Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves.
What is the difference between a Democrat and a socialist?
The greatest crisis today is not the Middle East, it's not Iraq or Syria, but it's climate change.
Yeah. All the people don't have freedom, all the people don't have justice, and all the people don't have power, so that means none of us do.
I live in Troy, where the big government lovers painted a picture of doom and gloom in 2011.
The future must not belong to those who slander the Prophet of Islam.
We see it in the STEM program. You know, people have talked about this STEM program being such a great deal.
Welcome to the Abolitionists Roundtable, your all-access pass to the 2016 Black Conservative Revolution. Join the conversation at 734-822-1600. Now, here are your hosts, Del Marsh, Phil Stargell, and Janice Daniels.
Well, good morning. This is your host, Del Marsh, with the Abolitionists Roundtable. And good morning and welcome to the 2016 Black Conservative Revolution. When I say Black Conservative Revolution, all I'm saying is that we declare today, Phil and I made a decision that this show, this is what it was founded. This is a Black founded radio show, even though we have Janice here. But all we said is that we're getting in front of it. We decided that no longer that we're going to stay on the sideline and watch our country be taken over by these radicals. So good morning. Happy New Year. Happy New Year and Happy New Year. This is the Abolitionist Roundtable, your all-access radio program. All access, meaning that you can go to your website and you can go to our website at artofmichigan.com, artofmichigan.com. You can click on the WHAM banner and you can listen to us live. You can be any place and you can listen to us. You can put your headphones on. Also, you can listen later on today or tomorrow, later on this week, you can go to YouTube. And you can put in Abolitionist Roundtable of Michigan, and you can have access to all these radio programs. We ask for you to network these radio programs. And so I want to again welcome you to the Abolitionist Roundtable, your all-access radio, to the 2016 Conservative Revolution. Folks, we've already been in a revolution. I just want you to know we've already been in a revolution. I got a copy of January 2016 magazine, and it's a guy on the front of it. This is Ebony magazine, and on the front of it is a guy, 88-year-old Harry Belafonte. Phil, and he's holding up his hand. And it's a ball fist. What does that ball fist mean?
Well, it means, to me, it means the South African movement, the apartheid, anti-apartheid movement, and the fact that they will, anybody, it's iron fist. If anybody opposes them, whether they're black, white, or whatever color, if they oppose that particular movement, you know, that clenched fist will come down on you, come down hard on you.
It was somebody else that just recently passed a few years ago that used to walk around South Africa, not with his hand waved, but that fist too. Who was it?
Are you talking Mandela?
Mandela.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the black power.
Yeah,
that's a black power fist right there. Yeah. That's the black power fist to the revolution.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying, that we already been in the revolution. That these people, the black power movement, that Obama is a part of that. Don't think that he's not. He's half white, but he's half black. But also, he's still a part. He's one of those people that believe in this black. He might not hold his fists up, but he believes in this revolution.
And the thing is, he's brought that mentality back to this country.
Yes.
And he's been at the forefront of it in this country. What they're telling you is that is not just a mindset. It's a fact of life that the goal is to achieve that by any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
And that's why when you say it's a black revolution, and no one takes offense at that.
Conservative,
and
that's why I put that in front of it.
What I say is black conservatism, just like white conservatism, and it shouldn't be a distinctive, but we have to.
All I'm saying is that we're going to lead. We're going to get in front of it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. We're going to get in front of it.
And just like the progressives, conservatism is not a state of mind. It's a fact of life. This is what we ought to be living. That's what they do. And to counteract that, we have to live conservatism. We have to battle progressivism and liberalism where we find it.
Yes, because if not, we've seen it, that it'll destroy everything that it can find. Everything. And good morning, Mayor.
Good morning.
When you see this right here, again, they're making and not just that, they want to pass it on to two different generations. This girl is about 19 years old. This guy's about 35. So it's a torch that they send is being passed. From generation to generation, and how this movement really for these young people really got started is during this time when it was some incidents. Unfortunately, it was some incidents where some police and some citizens had interactions, and there were some shootings. Absolutely. There's some legitimate shootings, but then also there's some shootings that absolutely that I'm on the side, not on their side, but I'm on the side of justice, not social justice either, but justice by righteousness. That's what I'm on the side of. And Mayor, so when you see this is why we're all a part of we're trying to bring conservatism. We have to. Right. We have to force this in because we've been forced into something for the last 7 years or more. This is something that they've been fighting behind the scenes. They've been fighting, trying to bring this kind of revolution for 50 years. Didn't it start back in the 60s, Phil? They've been trying to bring this kind of revolution.
Exactly.
And now they got their guy in there, and now they have this momentum going, Mayor, and we have seen some things that never, ever in our lifetime we would ever believe. They have created laws. On the other side of the break, folks, you want to stay tuned because we're going to have our friend Ellis Washington. We have something. He wrote a book called The Progressive Revolution. He's been talking about this for years. He got 4 books about this progressive revolution. But when you see this, Mayor, just give me whatever it is that you see. Just give me an idea.
Well, I just feel that this has been simmering in the background and underneath the surface of our society for, as you say, about 50 years or more. Yeah. It may be more. I obviously wasn't paying attention. None of us were because the big difference, as Dennis Prager so eloquently pointed out in a YouTube clip that he did, the difference between the left and the right. The right considers the strength of the individual. So while we're all working on making sure ourselves, our work habits, our homes, our families are all being taken care of, the left is concerned about the society.
That's right.
And so we were not paying attention. And quite frankly, I've often said we voted in people into high office because we expected them. We trusted them to do the things that they said they would do in their campaign promises.
And when you say that it don't matter. That's left or right.
Well, that's absolutely true.
There are some rhinos that absolutely, you're right.
Except the left is really more obvious in what they're doing. At least they are now. Maybe they weren't 50 years ago, but they are now. They tell us exactly what they want to do. And we were busy taking care of our families while they were transforming America in such a way that it's opposed. There's so much opposition to what is going on in this country by groups like our group, like groups like the Michigan Conservative Union, the Michigan Conservative Coalition, Campaign for Liberty. There's a lot of groups that are starting to say, wait a minute, we've got to learn, we've got to get the tools, and we've got to get a hold of the media. Because exactly what you show on the front of that Ebony magazine is what drives young people into these radical ideologies that are completely contrary.
And the thing is this is a family magazine. You're right.
Of course.
A very family magazine that, like you said, that's driving people. That's driving people into this radical ideology. Because we're living in very, very dangerous times. I mean, some of the most dangerous times ever. I mean, with ISIS on the rise, with ISIS saying that they're going to wave that flag above the White House. I take that very serious, Phil. Very serious.
Well, you should take it very seriously because of the fact that somebody in Washington isn't taking it as a serious threat. When you call things the junior varsity, when you say things like they're a tiny country and they can't threaten this mega power that we have in America, that's leading a false sense of security. And for what reason, we don't know. Because I say that people need to be questioning every day the fact that we are being lulled into a false sense of security, and we are being penetrated daily. Our defenses are being penetrated, and they are compromised. There's no doubt in my mind. And the Republican who are supposed to be the opposition, they have played into it. They have with the idea that, if we get this election, we'll never be able to win the White House again, and all of that nonsense.